Welcome back to Market Pros. All right, so here we got Bitcoin on Bybit on the 4 hour. We are operating on lower highs. We have a barely lower high, but it's a lower high. And as you can see on the RSI, looks like we are going to have bearish divergence if this is a confirmed high. So if we do get back above, let's see, I think it was 628. Yeah, 30,628. Then it will be invalidated. But if we do come down below this 21 at 29,850, we're going to have bearish divergence. And it looks like, we went up going sideways, which could be a BART. If we do have that BART, I would think that we will come back down to the bottom of the range. Your momentum is neutral on both the RSI and the MACD. Well, your MACD did just get back above the zero line, so it could start picking up. If we do continue to go above the zero line, I do think we could break the top of the range and come up here to the 100. Your vol's pretty neutral. I mean, you're going sideways right now, and you're still in the range. Right now you're in a range within a range. So whichever way we break out is going to determine whether we break the top of the range or we break the 21 and we come down back to the bottom of the range. Let's go down to the 1 hour. So yeah, here on the 1 hour, things are a little more clear. If you break through these moving averages, you're going to have a BART and that bearish divergence. So definitely stay nimble about this. Your moving averages are trying to cross bullish, but unless you break the top of the range and they fan out, the signal means nothing. Like, look, your moving averages have converged basically all the way. So whichever way this fans out is going to determine whether we break the top of the range or the bottom of the range, in my opinion. RSI is heading back down. Let's see here. No divergences, except for that one on the 4 hour. Your MACD did get a retest and a resumption down. Looks like you are printing another dark red bar on the histogram. If these start printing, that's going to make me think we get this bearish divergence and this BART. Your vol has printed the dark blue signals, which means this next move is going to break the top or the bottom of this range. So this sideways action is almost over, in my opinion. Let's see. So yeah, if we break the top of the range, first stop, 32,500. If we can break that, I think we go to the 35 to 35,200 mark. And then that is where I would expect the rejection. So either at 32,500 or 35K. If we break the bottom of the range, I think we come back down to this last low at 25, probably get a bounce, and then come back to it, see if it's a double bottom. Now, if we do break that last low, I think we come all the way down to 22,500 region. Somewhere in there. Somewhere between 23 and 22,200. 23,200 and 22,200 is basically what I'm looking at. So let's move on to Ethereum. All right, so Ethereum, let's see here. All right, so you definitely got bearish divergence if this is a confirmed high and we break back down below these moving averages. Similar story to Bitcoin. Ethereum looks a little weaker. If you would break this last low and your RSI comes back down to that neutral median line, it's not going to look very good, especially if you break these moving averages and 1986 region. Probably more like 1988. And then I would expect to move back down to the lows at 1880. Probably coming back down somewhere, backfilling this wick right here. Then we're going to see what Bitcoin's doing. Your MACD, you are above the zero line. Looks like your positive momentum. The next bounce was kind of weak. So if you do get that cross, That's going to play into breaking these moving averages, this RSI testing that neutral median line, and this vol starting to expand. Like I said, and like we were saying before, this could be a trap. We did get that trap. But now, whether we break the bottom of the range, because I really expected this move to be stronger. I really expected us to get to the top of the range, which we still could if we don't break the bottom again. So, yeah, those are my thoughts for Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out our links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversations there about trading and investing. So if we break this last high, I do think we break the top of the range. The last high is at, well, the high I'm looking at is 2146. I would expect to break the top of the range and come up to at least 2300. Possibly even 2390, possibly. Somewhere in there, which would coincide with Bitcoin getting to 35K. So those are my thoughts for Ethereum. It's a pretty short update today. We're basically just talking about the breakage of the range because it's coming. The vol is very low, which means when your vol is low like that, it's more likely to expand. Plus, more momentum being neutral, it's kind of like, I mean, look, you're right. You're riding the zero line right now. You are above it, but it wouldn't take much to get this back below it. So right now, I'm pretty neutral. We have our invalidation and our validation points, and it's just kind of waiting for the range to break, because right now we're in a range within a range on Solana as well. So if we break basically 53.73, I would expect us to come all the way up to 61. If we break the bottom of the range, I do think we would come back down to 43. Now, that would coincide with Bitcoin breaking down, at least in the short term, which I think it would be more likely that we would come back down to $30 on Solana. Let's go to the 4-hour real quick. Yeah, so here on your 4-hour, you are operating on lower highs. So if this is a confirmed high and you break back down, it's just going to be a lower high. And then if you break the bottom of this range, it's going to be a lower low. So definitely, right now I'm pretty neutral. It all depends on which way we break the range. You'll know when the move is coming when this vol starts to expand. This on the 1 hour. That's when the move will be coming. So stay nimble, and everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.